Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday Q&A. We kind of changed it up to a Google Meet this week. Um, so we'll give people some time and hopefully they'll find a link and be able to join. We'll see how this goes and yeah, go from there. So I'll give people a couple more minutes and see if more people join. All right, Rohit.
Hey guys, I had a question about the API. Is it true that you guys are increasing or charging for that now?
Yes, that is correct.
And when does that go into effect, or when did it go into effect?
So I believe it goes into effect in September. And there was an email that went out. It came from Dawn, the COO. I believe that went out last month.
Is there a way that you could send it again, or I could find it, or do you remember like the subject title or something so I could search for it?
This is Denise. I'm in marketing. I helped with the message. Can you put your email address in the chat and I will double check that you got it? And if not, I'll go ahead and send it again to you.
I guess maybe this is not really a question for the open forum. Maybe I'll call you guys afterwards and we can talk about it.
Well, if you have a question about it, there may be
Okay.
others here that have the question. So, you can totally ask it. Unless if you want to wait to ask it on your own time or whenever, that's fine too.
Okay, how much are you guys charging, or what's the fee?
Yeah, so it's just 1 cent per API call.
My question was just how much would it be? How much would the fee be?
I think you're cutting out for me, but it's
Okay.
1 cent per call.
How do I get an estimate of how much that would be for me? I don't know how much. I have a marketing team and they use your API. How do I know how much that, like, what my volume is? Okay, and then how do I find out how many times they've used the API, like in the past history? Like, how do I know how much that'll cost me, or like what my volume is of API usage?
Yeah, I gotcha. So we don't currently have a way of tracking like that you can view through Smart. I think that's going to be a very frequently asked question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? We don't have a way that people can go through and look at it to see how many API calls they've had in a month. But I think it's going to be.
I still need to understand how much that would cost me.
Rohit, we can look into that for you. What is your business name?
The Cleaning Club.
The Cleaning Club. Okay, someone will reach out to you. We have already compiled usage from June to just give you a sense of how many API calls are being used for your business. But I'll have someone dig that up again and resend it to you because it sounds like you didn't get any information from us.
That would be really helpful. Thanks so much.
Rohit, we have your number of API calls. Do you want us to give it to you now, or do you want us to just email it to you?
Yeah, you can give it to me now. That'd be fine.
So you had 35,000 API calls. So if you multiply that, and that was in June, and it's 1 cent, so that would be $350. And we'll see if the next month after is similar.
That's a problem. That's more than double what I pay you monthly for just for your services.
If you're on Smart's marketing, there's no API cost. This is for an external marketing. Anything that's going external.
That represents more than doubling of the cost to use your services.
Oh, for Smart?
This represents more than well over a doubling. Yeah, I think I pay $150 a month total. So if it's 350 just for this API, I mean that makes it so that I won't be able to use the service, or we have to make a huge change. That's a drastic increase in the price.
Yeah, it's something that we wanted to be transparent with everyone about. We'll end up we'll just resend the email so you can understand why we have to charge for API calls. And then, we'll just work with you as much as we can to help you out. In terms of maybe there's something your company could do differently to reduce the number of API calls, things like that.
Could someone from your team give me a call so maybe we can talk in private and we could try to resolve this? Because if my bill, well over doubles, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, we understand. We have your company name, and yes, someone will get in touch with you.
Okay, I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. Hopefully we can help you out with that.
All right. So looks like we had some people join in the meantime. All right. It just says Russell's cleaning. But yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Tyler, it's Christy.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I forgot where y'all are changing to the Google thing. How would I go about doing a partial refund? So someone used like a temporary debit card and they paid for 2 orders, and I need to refund them just for one of the orders, but I can't put it back to the card or anything like that. So I'm just going to refund for a partial order out of the cash drawer. What steps would we need to do to kind of reconcile that, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause I can't
So I
void
guess
the,
my
I
first.
can't void the payment, yeah.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you could hit void payment in form of cash or check. But I guess the first question I would have for you is: are you expecting them to pay the money again, or you're just giving them a refund for a certain amount of money, and then they'll be on their way?
Right. I just wanted to give them like a refund, partial refund for what they had already paid out of the cash drawer, and keep them, keep the other payment, in play. So
Yeah, I
that
got
I
you.
give them, yeah.
Gotcha. So what I would recommend in that scenario is you could do pay a claim through either giving them a check or a card, or sorry, not a card, cash or check, because they're using a temporary debit card. So that money's obviously, if you send it back to the card, it's not going to go anywhere, or there's probably going to be some type of an issue. But pay a claim, generally you would want to use that whenever you are not expecting the customer to pay again or to repay, if that makes sense. To where if you were to do a void payment, then that is just going to turn the order from paid to not paid, and it needs to be paid again. Whereas paid a claim leaves it in that paid status, but they get that money back that they needed to.
Okay, and I can do order specific, not, and not multiple orders or whatever. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, so it's based off of the payment, but yeah, I mean, I guess you can go through the payment tab and look, and each order will have like a pay a claim portion to it. So yeah, it is based on order but payment at the same time. It's both.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. So I'm gonna call on Brandy. I think we had a meeting maybe it might have been a month ago now, and you were kind of on the quest of learning more about SMART. Have you found anything, that you've run into that's been difficult, or you haven't been able to learn about through the Learning Center or anything like that?
No, I only have like 2 things that I have a question or interest in. One is when they're in detailing and they need to take a photo, the photo that's attached to that item is only allowed 1, you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes we can't take a picture of the front and back. So I didn't know if there was some way we can change the settings or anything so you can have, the front and back of a garment. The other thing is if I make a, like for school uniforms or something, and like they're in the process, but the school needs a bill for it. So if I go ahead and make a ticket up for it and bill them for it, for some reason it showed, it wouldn't show them, give them the invoice or the, it would just show 0 on it. I had to pick everything up out of the system, even though we still had everything. So I don't know. I mean, obviously there was an error with me there. So, I mean, I don't know what I did to, you know what I mean, when I sent the invoice, it was just showing 0 because, you know what I mean, the items haven't been, you know what I mean, finished or processed.
Yeah, yeah. Were you using future price or no?
No, because I just created an order and then invoiced them, and then it just, when I sent it to them, it sent you know, their invoice is 0 because for that invoice time frame was, you know what I mean, there wasn't nothing. So I don't know what I did, because I just went back and picked everything up out the system and sent them the invoice. So because it was a school and they had a deadline on when, you know what I mean, they needed to get everything out for their budget, and she was already running behind, so I didn't have, you know what I mean, time to kind of look into it.
Yeah, okay, I got you. So for that, one thing to remember, because I'm assuming that you're doing statements and you're not generating invoices.
Yeah, because I was on their profile and that's what happened, was it was an invoice, not a statement kind of thing.
Oh, so you are generating invoices and not
Yeah,
statements.
yeah, it was an invoice, and so then usually I do statements, and I can have it for a time frame, you
Mhm.
know, where instead of an invoice just for that one incident, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you can do an invoice for a time period, but then you can also change it to where it shows created date or AR date, or forget the third option. Is it due date? Or let me just open one up quick. Yeah, created AR date and due date. So you can you
So it
could
was
do
something
both
I was
methods.
yeah, so I was something I was clicking.
Do you want me to show you what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah. Okay, this is just something quick, and this is just a test customer under Alex's, just because that's what I had open. So where you're going to go is just go to the payment tab of the, so for this instance, you would want it to be the master account or whatever's being billed.
Okay.
Click invoice, and then generally you could do created date if it's not in AR yet. So if you wanted something that was just for, I mean, you mentioned uh, during their time frame. So if you're like, oh, from the 15th to the 19th, let's make that really quick, and just click submit. There you have your date, and you can still send it to them, and it should grab anything that was created. I didn't have anything created on here, but anything that was the created date between those windows, and
Okay,
they
even if
should
it's
get a
not
price.
finished.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
And then statement is obviously if something is already on a statement, then it's not going to be grabbed into there. So if there was an automated generation of statements and it overlapped or missed it for some reason, you may have to go back and void that previous statement and then recreate it to get it to populate.
Okay.
And then I forget what the other one, oh, multiple pictures
Yes.
for one item or multiple items, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So the other method that you're right, you can't do multiple. We don't have that ability right now. But what you could do is you could take pictures and notes, which I know some cleaners do, where they
Yeah.
take the front, the back, the sides. It's kind of monotonous, but we just don't have a better method to do it at the moment.
Mm. Yeah, because I know you can attach it to the order, but not that item specifically kind of situation, you know?
Oh yeah, I guess it does just go to the order, even though you click open note on the item. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Is that something y'all gonna be looking into in the future, maybe?
I hope so. I can't say yes for 100% sure that we are going to do it, or if we, if we aren't. But
Okay.
I think one of the other things that we're looking at is to be able to send that or download that image rather than having to take a screenshot of it to send it over to the customer. So there's some other things that we're trying to do with those images as well.
Yeah, because I know if a customer kind of starts to check things in on their online or on their profile, they can take, you know, what I mean, pictures of their garments too, and then that'll be attached. I'm not sure if it attaches to that item or if it just attaches it to that order, because I've seen that before too.
Yeah, so it does attach it to the order, it has to attach there first, and then you or the detailer, whoever it is, can designate what item it goes to.
Oh, okay. I didn't ever, you know, what I mean, mess around with it or anything. I've just seen it, you know.
Yeah, it's a fun test to do. Definitely, if you get the opportunity to test it, it's pretty neat.
Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move over to Marlene unless
I'm
you still
good.
have a question. Okay. All right. Cool.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Marlene.
Hi. Wayne asked me if there was a QR code that you could provide when a client walks up to the counter and they want to sign up, like they're a new customer, where they could actually scan the QR code on their telephone and do that on their phone while we take care of other clients.
Marlene, yes,
Mike,
100%. Hey,
get the hell out of here. Are you
yeah,
kidding me?
absolutely.
I figured it was a no.
Yeah, we can provide, first of all, we can get you the sign up link. I can also convert it into a QR code, but that's easy to do with a lot of free websites.
Nice.
And yeah, they work great. I've actually recommended that to a number of clients to post a QR code at the counter. So, if, new customers waiting in line, they can go ahead and sign up while they're waiting.
That is so brilliant, Mike. You guys
Yeah.
are the best.
Cool.
Okay, so
s-
we'll
do
do it
you,
on, maybe we'll do that tomorrow because I have a call with you.
okay, yeah, sure. And do you have, just real quick, do you have just one sign up link, or are there multiple links, like depending on the brand, or I forget how you guys do that. So,
Probably we need two, but that's
okay,
going to be
yeah, we'll figure
confusing.
that out.
God knows.
Okay,
Thanks, guys.
take care.
Now, the one interesting thing that's been brought up a couple times, and I'm hoping that we can do something with, is to give the customer an actual QR code on their device. So that way, instead of your CSR saying, "Oh, hey, can I get your number or your name or whoever?" Like they don't recognize the person, or maybe they are a brand new customer. If the customer themselves had a QR code or some type of barcode that the CSR could scan right away as they walk up to the counter. Hey, here's my QR code. Boop, scan it, done. Um, that would be super neat, and I'm hoping that we can get something like that soon, or get it in the works, or some type of idea behind that. Has anybody clicked the little headset guy up in the top right hand corner this week on the actual POS?
I just did right now.
Yeah, I did earlier today.
So
I'm
we can
sorry,
get
Chris.
Zoom support. Sorry.
Yeah, so right now we're still testing it. We're seeing if it's going to be good. But essentially, if you have an issue or your CSRs have an issue, you can always go to that top right corner, hit the headset guy, and during the hours of 8 to 5 p.m. or 8 to 5 Eastern time, somebody from support will be sitting there in front of in a Zoom meeting and just be waiting. So whether there's other people in there, they may have the same question as you or whatnot, but that's an area that you can go to get quick support, and you don't have to, wait around for a ticket or, a callback or something like that. You can just go there, somebody's sitting there and waiting for you.
Cool.
How do we get the QR code?
Yeah, sure. So first, well, so there's a couple methods to do it. what you would need is your customer sign up URL link.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you can just go on Google and type in QR code generator. Then
Oh, okay.
you put that link in there, and then it'll give you a downloadable QR code. But if you ever have questions about is this the right link, you can definitely reach out to us and we can give it to you really quick.
Okay. I'll have to do that because I think that would be great. And the same thing for the one that you was mentioning about for the customer, because I think that would help out because we have a lot of common names like Jen or Jennifer, or even if their last name's Smith, you know what I mean,
Yep.
or Thomas, you know what I mean. That's kind of been running into that here lately. So
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, hopefully the customer thing could be in the works at some point. I know I've mentioned it a couple of times, but don't believe it's being worked on at the moment. So
mhm.
down the line in the future.
All right. Thank
Right
you.
there. And I think Mike just put something into the chat about where he goes to make the QR codes. So if people are interested in doing that on their own, they can definitely do that as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, we'll go over to River.
Yeah, thank you. I was wondering how we can submit a ticket request still, because sometimes I don't really have the time to sit and do a Zoom call, and I'd rather just submit a ticket and then check back in a couple minutes. Is there still an option to do that?
Yeah, of course. So right now, what you should be able to do is hit the question mark in the lower left, and then you should see a contact support little tab there. You can click that and then just click send us a message, and it should take you through the normal ticket steps that we had previously.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, and again, we're just testing this Zoom thing right now. We're not sure how long we're going to test it for, but we're just seeing if it helps, if it eases the mind of people and makes it easier for everybody to get the help that they need.
I just want to add a little something to that. For everyone who is here, if you have any opinions about this, please feel free to, even if you don't have a support issue, jump in the chat and express whether you like this idea or dislike it or whatever. We are actively collecting data, and this is a data-driven process. So we have an idea, we're testing it out, we collect the data, we evaluate whether it's a good fit for us and for our clients based on that data. So if you don't like it, come tell us you don't like it. If you think it's a cool idea, come tell us that, and we will act accordingly.
Sorry, I can't access the chat, but it's a cool idea, and I think it's probably going to be helpful. Thank you.
You're not able to access the chat?
I don't know how to do it on the cell phone. It's crazy.
Oh. Yeah. Smart's not good for the cell phone. Yeah.
Oh no. I meant on Google Meet. I don't know where to access the chat on the phone. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So I did have a quick follow-up question for Mike, unless someone else is next.
What's up?
Several weeks ago, I never followed up, but we were just kind of discussing about getting push notifications, either like via the new mobile app, like for all routes, or getting them even when you're not logged into a route necessarily. I don't know if there was any further kind of investigation into that possibility.
No, so there is something like that would actually probably be a fairly big feature implementation. So if we're going to have movement on that, which I do think we're interested in expanding use of push notifications. We started using them with the new app.
Yes.
And so I think we have an appetite for expanding how we're using them where it makes sense. But that's something I expect to see movement on more like in this 6-month time frame, somewhere in there.
Sure.
Probably not like this season, you know.
Okay. No, yeah, I understand. It's a large request, but I know where we left off was just saying about how impactful it would be for all smart users.
Yeah, definitely. I see a lot of value in it. I think we were pretty much eye to eye on that. I think it's a great idea to use it more. Yeah, so it's just a matter of, getting through other things that we've already prioritized, which
Definitely.
primarily is the new app, the new delivery app. And once we're over that horizon, I think there's probably one more thing in the pipeline right behind it. And then we will, during that period, we'll be evaluating what to work on next.
Copy. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Anybody else have any burning questions? Anything weird they ran into this week? Anything they've wanted to figure out for a while and just haven't bothered to bring up? Now's a good time. Hey, Mark.
Howdy.
Yeah, what's up?
I did have an issue where an order was detailed and then it was deleted, but it didn't show the history, or I didn't know where to look for the history, at least. So I'm not sure if a one-on-one is necessary for that, but
Do you mean that you weren't able to find the deleted order in the history tab, or you couldn't see the history for the deleted order once you
the
found
latter. The latter.
Okay.
So my apologies.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know exactly what you're talking about. So when you open the deleted order, you need to click on there's a little box. I think when it's deleted, it's always going to be a white box in the top right. It's where the notes would be. So you click that little box and it accesses the notes for that order. And there's like 3 tabs you can switch between issues, notes, and history. So go to history and it will show you all the items that were removed from the order. And if there were any other notes before it was deleted, they'll also be there as well. So
Do you
you
know
won't
off
be
the
able
top of
to.
your head? My
What's
apologies.
that?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say you won't be able to like view the order as it appeared before it was deleted or before items were removed, but you can see most of the evidence of the things that were done on it.
Okay. Do you know off the top of your head if it would show who deleted it?
Yes. Yeah, it
Okay.
does.
Okay,
Mhm.
great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, yeah, and we can make deleted by KPIs too.
I have one question. How do I add colors and remove brands that I have multiple?
So adding colors to an item.
No, within the detailing, we only have like set, I don't know, it's probably like 10 or
Like 12
12.
colors,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because in our area, I mean, we have to use yellow as gold. And you know what I mean? So kind of differentiating gold, and this is actually gold, not yellow. Or like we don't have anything for like burgundy or maroon. We kind of have to, is it closer to purple or is it closer to red? Or they just kind of click both. The same thing with like peachy orange or coral color, and then like I've noticed in the system here lately, there's a lot more of the same brand names, you know what I mean, in our system. And so I don't know how to go through it and delete some of them so they'll just generate a little quicker when someone's detailing.
Yeah. So for the colors, there is not a way to add new colors or more colors. I don't believe we're looking at adding more at all anytime soon, but I could be wrong. Every time it's been brought up, it's been turned away. So there's no movement on the colors part. But your second question was about brands. You have duplicate brands.
Yeah.
I know, River. I'm sorry. That's a lot of people ask for it, but like I said, it's quickly turned away. So for adding brands, so where you'll want to go, well, adding or removing brands, either or. So you'll want to go to settings,
Mm-hmm.
and then you will want to go to detailing pricing, and then brands pricing. It should be the very top in the middle. And then here you can search for any duplicates. You can add new, you can add special upcharges for each of them. But if you have, multiple of the same, I would recommend just trying to search for it. And then whenever you search for it, you would just go through and disable the ones that you don't want to see anymore.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. All right, Marlene is back. What's going on?
Hi. Sorry, I had to take a customer call. Could you send me the cliff notes of that? Because I have so many duplicates that, one letter, Laura Piana, Piano, Piana, Pian. So I'd love to do that. That would be while you're watching TV program. Clean up my price list. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something that if you've got some downtime, you can go through and just, because it's a very manual process, and
Yeah. You
I
don't
almost
have
say painful.
you don't have a right. You don't have a duplicate scrubber yet?
No, nope.
Okay. All right. Signing off. See you tomorrow, Mike. Thanks, guys.
Feel like we've got all the questions from everybody, unless if there's a last minute one. But other than that, I don't think we have a poll in Google Meet either. So if everybody's good, go ahead and head out and enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks.